Oh my gosh, Leo. Okay, so I have not cleaned up from the previous reading that I was doing, which was Taurus. I'm just kind of doing them in random order. I'm going to write this down, but all I heard, I was like, okay, tell me, Spirit, what I need to know for Leo. And I heard, don't need nothing but a good time. How can I resist? Ain't looking for nothing but a good time. So Leo, I love it. Leo, I love it. Let me just write, don't need nothing but a good time. So Leo, you don't need nothing but a good time. So I know I'm cleaning up the previous pile, so I will push pause, and that will be just a little blip for you, but a moment for me. But I just needed to share that while I was in the energy of the moment, because that was hilarious. All right, Leo, I am Rebecca with Empathic Crow, and I will see you in a moment for the May 2026 Zodiac readings, but they're timeless whenever you see them. It may have a message for you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I'll be right back. All right, Leo, you are going to be my last recording of the night, and I have tons of decks out. You might can see. I said decks, D-E-C-K-S. Don't get me wrong. Okay. I've got multiple decks out, including 3 tarot decks, but for you, I kept seeing Neon Tarot. I was like, okay, we'll do the Inspired Neon Tarot. And then while I was over there, I picked up a couple of others. My deck and the Wild Unknown Archetypes. So Spirit's saying start with the Wild Unknown Archetypes. All right, Leo, you and your wild energy. I mean, I haven't even started your reading and you're pulling out the stops. I'm even opening up this box from the bottom. Ugh, I don't like doing that, but that's okay. I wasn't paying attention. You've got me distracted. All right. Leave it to Leo to be distracting. Leo, we are coming up on a Scorpio full moon, and you're going to take center stage. The Scorpio's read was intense. So I am glad to be ending this part of, or at least tonight. I am glad that tonight I am ending the Zodiac recordings in this energy because it feels pretty good. I think I've only got three more signs to do. All right. There's been lots of interruptions this week, and so it has taken longer than expected. But that's not anything that you necessarily care or need to know. It's just that, Leo, you are requiring extra things. And so I was not as prepared as you would think because I've got, like I said, all these decks. You don't even see all of them up here. All right. So we're starting with the Wild Unknown Archetypes. Leo, I hope you're doing well. Pretty sure I said take what resonates but leave what doesn't. And that even if this is not May 2026 for you, it still could be a message for you. We had a couple fall out, but I'm not going to take them. All right, Leo. Think of a question for you because you don't need nothing but a good time. Let's just look at what archetype is Leo. The Leo viewers, where, and that could be any sign. What energy are you in right now? Threshold. Ooh. What are you on the edge of? The first things that I noticed were the yellow and the orange, which is very Leo fiery energy. But yellow also representing that solar plexus. And right now it feels like your solar plexus, if not balanced, maybe even a little overactive. Like you are super confident, and that's okay. The sacral chakra, very playful, which completely aligns with bursting out in song before I even clean up Taurus's reading. Oh gosh. And now I'm hearing coming out of the dark. Who sings that? I don't even remember. But as I'm looking at this, it's like you're on the threshold of crossing over into, well, that you're not at your season, but you're getting closer and we're getting into summer. But it feels like your energy is rising. Not that Leo necessarily needs their energy to rise more, right? I'm joking with you. Hopefully you get that I'm joking. I'm not trying to be like conceited is the only word coming into my mind, and I know that you're not either, but, and my Leo is in, I can't remember which house, but communication, my Leo placement. These, I don't know what this material is, but it looks very bristly is the word coming into my mind. So it kind of looks like a nest. So it's like you're emerging from a situation or a time that felt very thorny is what I'm hearing, like just uncomfortable, because I'm seeing somebody trying to walk through an area that has bushes that have thorns all over them. Not necessarily rose bushes because I don't see the flowers, but briars, a briar patch. There we go. I couldn't think of the word, but it's like you've been walking through briars. It feels like every step you're taking, there's potential for, I just saw like a Lego to be under your foot. Something uncomfortable, something that's painful, and it's not the most detrimental thing, but it's really annoying. It's painful and you don't like it. And you're coming out into this fiery energy of, this is my time. This is my time, and I am going to enjoy it. I don't need nothing but a good time. How can you resist that? Especially after this briar patch. How can you resist a good time? And look at the bottom of the deck. The flame. Am I holding it right? Yeah. The flame. And again, same color, same energy. Leo, you got me tongue-tied. We've got that darkness going into that yellow and that orange. The flame. I mean, you are fire, right? So, Leo, let's continue. This is hilarious. All right, we're going to put the Wild Unknown Archetypes deck to the side. I have so many up here, I don't know where to put it, but we're going to go to the Neon Tarot now. I don't remember if I shuffled it. We'll do 2 shuffles. Usually do 3, but today has been a little different, and that's fine with me. Change is not a bad thing. So I was looking down and I was noticing the triangle, like the pyramid, and it radiating out to the side. And I kept just hearing contained. And I feel like that's part of this. Like, even though, like, Leo, you can't be contained. You don't want to be contained anymore. This flame wants to rise, and it doesn't want to have constraints. That's what I'm getting. Oh, it was threshold and then flame. And it doesn't really matter, except for I like to try to keep my cards in order. And then I get them all messy when I go back to them and when I'm describing things later. All right. So we have the 9 of Swords and the 3 of Cups. Yeah. Leo. The 9 of Swords. With the 9 of Swords in this deck, she's actually, how is she looking? She's looking a bit seductive is how she's looking. Yeah, in the 9 of Swords most of the time, you're going to, if you're familiar with the decks, you're going to have this person and they're sitting up, but they're sitting up with their hands on their face. It kind of just wide awake at night, restless, unable to sleep, overthinking, worrying, things like that. Whereas that is such a calm 9 of Swords. And she's just kind of like, even posed forward, like she's just like, I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting. Leo, your energy this month. What are we doing? Are we combining Scorpio and Leo together? Is this us making the combination of Scorpio and Leo because we have the Scorpio full moon, and so it's like this mysterious seductive with the vibrant. What is this, Leo? All right, but yeah, she doesn't really look worried. She just looks like she's, all right, this is a bit annoying and I'm having to sit here and I'm not having a good time. I'm not out on the town. I'm not interacting with people because 3 of Cups is the other card that came out. And it's like, I'm just ready for this party. I'm just ready for this party, but I guess I'll sit here right now because I know that things have been kind of difficult. And you're like, but I'm breaking out of it. I'm breaking out of it. Oh, let's see if we see anything with these Three of Cups. It almost looks like they're holding... I don't drink very much. Not because I have any judgment against people. Found out recently it's probably a histamine reaction. I just don't feel good when I drink. So I can't necessarily think of what this is. It's like is it a martini glass? That's what these cups in this particular deck card look like. So it's like having a martini, raising your glass, and there are a couple of moons, it looks like, on either side, but at the same time in this neon tarot, it could be like an eclipse moon, like the blood moon, or it could be the sun, and it's double sun. I feel like double sun is what's coming out to me. It's like double sun, double the fun. Good Lord, Leo. I have to say, I am enjoying this energy much more than Scorpio's energy earlier, even though I'm a Scorpio sun, multiple Scorpio placements. It was intense. It was very intense. 11:11 on the clock when I was looking over to the side. But this energy, it's just fun and playful. And I feel like coming out of this Nine of Swords energy, whatever that was for you, it's like you're ready to be playful. You've been kind of waiting for the energy to be right. You've been right on the threshold of it. And you're like, we're bursting through that dang thing. All right. So what else, Spirit? What else for Leo? Like I said, this is cracking me up. Doris is reading, it felt more calm, 11:44 on the clock. It was calm, but it wasn't... This energy is hilarious. Leo, I think you're like taking the award for most fun reading for May 2026. All right. Are you kidding me? All right. Look, this is hilarious. Scorpio, intense. Very first card out of the deck, Wheel of Fortune. Taurus, calm, but ducking, dodging, all kinds of things. Wheel of Fortune, second card out of the deck. Leo, third card. So 1, 2, 3. Third card out of the deck, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Now with yours, with these structures, it reminds me of when I lived in London and you had Parliament and then the London Eye all in one space. I won't show you, but I got, oh shoot, I want to show it. I want to show it. And I'm hearing show me. Not that you want me to show you, but it just feels like this is a show me type reading. I want to show you the picture that I got while I was there, where I got Parliament, the Houses of Parliament, the London Eye, and Big Ben all in one photo. I don't know why this is important, but let me pause and we will do that. And I just happened to know that my, ouch, scrapbook from my grad school days in London was up here. So, like I said, I'm not trying to show off, but for some reason, this is feeling interesting and important. All right, so this is the photo right here. You see just a little part of the London Eye, and you see the Houses of Parliament and Big Ben right there. Okay, you can see the London Eye fully there and Big Ben over here. And then this is just some street performer that was pretty flippin' cool. So, Leo, we are going to see where that and why that may even be important, or if it is. Let's pull this back. All right, so with this Wheel of Fortune for you, look at the Three of Cups. Look at the top of the card. That Wheel of Fortune is because with this Nine of Swords, you made it through the Nine of Swords. And you made it through maybe, like I'm seeing a cat right now that's just annoyed. I'm seeing the cat at the vet the other day when we took our youngest, who is 70 some pounds. Don't let the fact that I say youngest fool you. And they have a cat there that just, the cat adopted them or they adopted the cat. It's this beautiful black cat. But anyway, the cat was watching out the window at the birds. And when our dog came in, we think she has hound in her. So she's like baying and howling and whatnot, barking. And the cat goes, and then turns back to the birds And you can see the annoyance on his face. So I feel like you went through this Nine of Swords like that black cat with some annoyance, but if you must. But I'm going to focus on what I'm going to do. That's how it feels. And then with this Wheel of Fortune, and again, like these orbs, suns, moons, 15 on the clock, whatever you want to call them. Hey, Lizzie. That's the young one. This is you saying, all right, I'm back up on the top. I'm ready to party. I am ready to party. The sun is shining on Leo. The sun is shining on Leo. And maybe you travel. Maybe you want to go to London. Maybe you do go to London. I was a poor, broke university student, and so I did see some things, but I didn't do a lot of traveling. I was sad about that. Would have loved to have gone to Ireland, Wales, Scotland. I did land in the Dublin airport. Dublin. I said Dublin. Dublin airport. But I didn't get to see a lot of it. Why am I telling you this? I don't know. Is this just part of the whole, we want to be in community, be out there, be, like, I'm just feeling like it's a very chatty energy. Like, let's story share. Let's talk and, you know, have a good time and just chill. I feel like I'm at a summer cookout or barbecue or something, and we're just like shooting the shit and talking and whatnot. Leo, I mean, it feels like you're coming into a good time, or you're wanting a good time. And part of it is remembering that whether this wheel, and I've said this in Scorpio, Taurus, and now you're reading, whether this wheel, you're at the bottom and you're down, or you're at the top and you're up, whatever position it's in, the choices that we make, the way that we think of it, our perspective, it impacts how long we're in that energy and also how we move through it. So moving through the Nine of Swords in this way where it's like, I am bothered, but I'm not going to react. That's a pretty good way to respond to the Nine of Swords. And part of it is having that balanced solar plexus chakra, or at least balancing your solar plexus chakra to be like, okay, maybe I'm a bit worried about things, but I'm going to look at my options. I know that I can get through this. I'm seeing the Strength card right now, which, Leo, that is one of your cards, with the lion, your symbol. And so with that Strength card and now I'm looking up at a wall decor art, whatever you want to call it, that I made that it's a female lion, with flowers down the side. So flowers half, lion the other. And it's a Bob Marley quote. You never know how strong you are until being strong. I can't read it because I did it in this printed, like, tie-dyed looking vinyl, and it's on the other side of the room. I can't read it, but I think it's something like, you never know how strong you are until being strong is, and I don't know the rest of it, but basically the only option. So Leo, maybe that's important to you. And the way I did it, I've got the lion with the flowers, the quote, maybe I'll do an overlay if I remember. And then I have various jungle, green jungle leaves, which even in the tarot, ferns, those leaves, things like that often represent growth. That was a long way to get there, but still at 18 minutes, you're one of the shorter readings so far, Leo. So anything from the Light Seers Tarot? Anything else for Leo? Are there any, let's put it this way. I feel like we need to ask, what should Leo look out for? Because even when things are good, there are things that we may want to be aware of. All right, so we got Knight of Wands. This is you just having a good time. But the thing about the Knight of Wands can come across, what is this? The Page of Wands. We'll take that too. The Knight of Wands can come across as very charming, very playful, a bit mischievous. It doesn't have to, but the Knight of Wands can come across that way, because whereas with the King, we may have a bit more maturity, the Knight's going to be a little less mature, and the Page, which is the other one that I saw, the maturity level, you know, you're kind of beginning that journey, and all of us can be more mature sometimes and less mature at others, but it's like seeing this as like your growth. So you may have been the Page of Wands before, and when it came to that don't need nothing but a good time energy, you were like, throw all caution to the wind. I am doing whatever I want to do. I bleeped my own self out there. Hop, skip, jump, whatever. Solar plexus chakra on high alert, like confidence galore, not worrying, just doing your thing. And it's not that that's necessarily a bad thing. So this feels like now you want to have a good time, you're going to party, but it's a little bit more mature. You're leaning more into that sacral chakra and that, what am I trying to say? Playfulness, but I'm feeling a balance here. Like with this drum, I feel like it's just, we're ready to start breaking up any negativity that was around us. We're ready to start moving our bodies and doing something, but notice how she's just, this person is more controlled in this picture than in this one. Like, I feel like it's a more mature, like that flame is still there. There's a fire on the drum, but it's not that caution to the wind, not in a way that it's reckless. There we go. Thank you, Spirit. 21:11 on the clock. I couldn't think of the word, but reckless. Not in a reckless way, but in a way that you can still be charming, fun, playful, even, intimate, things like that, because that's sacral chakra energy. But I'm hearing you're thinking through it a bit more. Like this Nine of Swords isn't just sitting here ready for when they can just fully cut loose. Like, they've thought through what got them into that Nine of Swords position. And so now when you come out, you're not just I'm laughing because all I hear is I'm trying to be so careful on the channels. Balls to the wall. You're not balls to the walling it. Oh God, now I'm seeing Sandra Bullock and Betty White in The Proposal. Okay, refocus, Rebecca. This energy is so crazy. And look at that horse in the background. The Year of the Fire horse. And that horse is definitely bucking up and running wild. I mean, this is just pure joy. 22, is it 23? Yeah. I don't know why it caught my eye. 22, 23. And the Three of Cups. Look, you've got the Three of Cups coming out. 22, 33. There we go. In both decks. So this is about good times, good relationships, good friends, enjoying yourself. So the caution is to just be cautious about getting into the more immature energy of throwing all caution to the wind. You can still have fun, but to kind of rein it in a little bit. Not in a way that you're in either of these closed off spaces, but where you're able to have fun, you're having that support, but you're not getting yourself back into that Nine of Swords energy where it's feeling stuck, feeling like you don't know how to change it and what to do, or, well, yeah, nobody puts baby in a corner is where I'm going with this. Leo, I don't really know that there's much more that we can say, so we'll get a Cosmic Record card, and that, I don't know why I keep shaking my head. It's something I've noticed I do on camera. It's fine. We'll get a Cosmic Record card and just see what's coming out. Any advice, any final advice, Spirit, for Leo? I heard keep shining. I don't think that that'll be a problem in this energy. I mean, this energy feels really good. Good Lord. 3 may be one of your numbers. Again, I don't know why I'm shaking my head. 3 may be one of your numbers, Leo. Because again, 3 of Cups, the 3 of Cups, and these 3 cards. I don't know. Move lightly. What are you trying so hard to control? What you are trying so hard to control is often what you most need to release. So Leo, with this Nine of Swords and trying to not get back into that energy, is there something that you are trying to control? That's something to think of because that's not come up yet. When you stop attempting to hold everything in your hands, the universe will lay down a path. That's getting into this energy of going through those briars. You're trying not to go back into those briars, and you don't want to be held down in a container. But if you're trying so hard to dictate what that looks like, attempting to hold everything in your hands, the universe will lay down a path that is more aligned with you. So if you release some of that control, which I feel like you're wanting to do, like you're wanting to let go of the control, we still have to have some control while we're allowing ourselves to be free. Then things that are aligned, these Three of Cups, the things that people, situations, places, things that feel more aligned and feel more free, they come. And I feel like this is something that you already are in, or you're starting to move into. Let's see if we can finish real quick, because that's my husband. Let go of what isn't yours, and what is truly meant for you will flow your way. I feel like with releasing that Nine of Swords, that's already where you're at. Next one is go with the flow. You're being called to go with the flow. Holding on too tightly can exhaust the spirit, while letting go is a gesture of trust in the universe. The more you attempt to control, the more you miss out on the surprises that life naturally brings. And again, I feel like this is you coming out of the energy that we started with these two cards and this Nine of Swords. And it's just reiterating to you that the biggest thing is that you allow yourself to get back into that more childlike playfulness energy. You still got to be an adult. If you're an adult, you should be an adult, because I put my channel 18 and above, but I can't control necessarily parental controls and things on whatever. But anyway, yeah, being able to go with the flow. And then last card, redemption. You are called to offer redemption, but the universe reminds you not to abandon your ground out of sympathy. Redemption is about guiding others upward, not being consumed by their negativity. So Leo, if part of this flame or even the threshold came from a situation where the energy from your relationships, your Three of Cups and things like that, did not feel balanced, if it felt like you were trying to hold things together, or you were overgiving, or whatever it is, you're getting the green light to step out of that energy and know that you don't have to hold everything for everyone. All right. That is definitely the end, and I have got to get going. If you have stuck with me this long, thank you so much. If you'd like to explore your personal situation, I do offer private readings. I have live readings. There's several days a week that I do them, so it is a limited number. And then I do also have the pre-recorded and some short written messages as well, if you have a quick, brief question. So Leo, thank you so much. Please like, share, subscribe if you enjoyed this. Help the messages get to where they need to go, get to more people, help the channel to grow. And again, just thank you for being here, and hopefully I will see you again in another video, in a personal session, or when I do my next zodiac reading for June. Take care and enjoy this fun.